Recording in progress.
ஐந்து கரத்தனை ஆனை முகத்தனை இந்தின் இளம்பிறை போலும் எயிற்றனை நந்தி மகந்தனை ஞான கொழுந்தினை குந்தியில் வைத்தடி போற்றுகின்றேனே. தந்தை தாயாவானும் சார்கதியுங்காவானும் அந்தமிலா இன்பம் நமக்கு ஆவானும் எந்தமது ஊனாகுவானும் உயிராகுவானும் அருட்கோனாகுவானும் குரு. நன்மையும் செல்வமும் நாளும் நல்குமே, திண்மையும் பாபமும் சிதைந்து தேயுமே, ஜென்மமும் மரணமும் இன்றித் தீருமே, இம்மையே ராமயம் விரண்டெழுத்தினான். Hari Om to all. Last class we saw there were Rakshasas and Räkṣasas. Among the Rakshasas there was a person called Heti. As his brother Heti became sadhu, sannyasi, the Heti got 3 children. Heti got a son called Sukesha, the chronology is not coming right. Okay. The Heti had a son Vidyutkesha, and Vidyutkesha's son is called Sukesha. Sukesha had 3 sons, Malyavan, Sumali, Maali. And they got boons from Bramha, so they were haughty. Because of their pride, they were indulging in crimes. They asked Vishwakarma to build a city for them. Vishwakarma told, already there is a city called Lanka built on Indra's command. You can make use of them. So they went there. There was a Gandharva woman called Narmada. She had 3 daughters. So she gave her daughters in marriage to Malyavan, Sumali, Maali. So Malyavan and Sundari gave birth to Vajramushti, Virupaksha, Durmukha, Saptagna, Yajnakopa, Matta, Unmatta, and a daughter Anala. And Sumali and Ketumati gave birth to Pragastha, Akambana, Vikata, Kalikamuka, Dhumraksha, Danda, Suparshva, Samhradi, Pragasha, Bhasakarna, and daughters Raka, Pushpotkata, Kaikasi, Kumbhinasi. And Maali, Vasudha gave birth to Anala, this is son. The previous one is Anala, daughter. This is Analaha, son. Anala, Anila, Hara, Sampati. And these four were ministers of Vibhishana. In this, Kaikasi is an important character, Kumbhinasi to some extent, and all other people are possibly ministers, generals for Raavana later. And we will see further. These three were about to fight with gods, there is Devas. Then Devas went to Shiva. They told them, because of Brahma's boon, these people are trying to torment us, please protect us. Then Shiva advised them, go and seek refuge under Vishnu. Generally, this is his duty, and I am little bit affectionate towards them, so he may handle better. So please go to Vishnu. Then they went to Vishnu. They requested, and Vishnu assured them he will protect them from Malyavan, Sumali, Maali. And as expected, these three came to usurp the kingdom of Devas. Then Vishnu came to help Devas. There were heavy fight, and Vishnu destroyed the Rakshasas. Whoever survived, they took to flight. Here Valmiki gives some comparison, like lions chased by Sarabha. You might have heard Sarabha, an animal. From that came Sarabheshwara. There is a deity called Sarabheshwara. So the Sarabha is capable of chasing lion. If I remember correctly, there is a Sarabheshwara Murti in near Thambaram, Chennai. Inside Judge Swami Adhishthanam, there is Panchamukha Anjaneya, Sarabheshwara, and so on. Then there is some village also somewhere near Padappai, outskirt of Chennai. Saravanancheri or something, the name is there. Anyhow, the Sarabheshwara is very famous deity, fierce deity we can say. So like the Sarabha chasing lions and lions chasing elephants, and elephants chasing tiger, and tiger chasing leopard, and leopard chasing dogs, and dogs chasing cats, and cats chasing snakes, and snake chasing rat. Vishnu chased the Rakshasas. So this is the comparison given by Valmiki. And in the process, he cut Maali with his Sudarsana chakra. So Maali is the casualty in that war. Malyavan took flight. Sumali also. All of them went to Patala, Rasatala. Tappichom padachom அப்படின்ட்டு somehow they escaped to Patala and Rasatala, to the worlds, nether worlds. And here Valmiki says Malyavan, Sumali and Maali were stronger than Raavana. Okay. But still they could not stand Vishnu. They have to run away from battlefield for their dear life. Then Sumali, after thinking what happened, how to get rid of this life in hide, he asked his daughter Kaikasi, you please go and marry Visrava Rishi, who is son of Pulastya, born in the family of Bramha. Brahma's son is Pulastya and Pulastya's son is Visrava. You go and marry him. Now the question comes. 1 week over, 7 days over. So you might have forgot things. Do you remember anything related with Visrava? If you can. Some people may be taking notes, so they may be able to tell. Nobody. Okay. So the Visrava was given Devavarini, daughter of Bharadwaja. Bharadwaja gave his daughter to Visrava. Their son is Vaishravana, that is Kubera Alakesa. So now you may remember. So she went to Visrava, and Rishi was performing his Agnihotra. Generally, Agnihotra is performed either in the morning or in the evening, around Sandhya Vandana, that is twilight time. When the morning and the evening, that is day and night meets. So there are some regulations in our culture when a child should born. So she went in a wrong time. There are some more stories to this effect. When the child is born in a wrong time, there is some child born in Pradosha time, and so on. So if the child is born in that time, the child will not be having good qualities. Possibly it will become a Rakshasa. So Visrava Rishi told Kaikasi, the time you came is wrong. Then she begged him, you are Rishi, so you could do something, nullify the effect. He told only the last son will be with good qualities, noble one. Others will not be. So she begot Dasagriiva. Dasagriiva means 10 necks. So possibly we assume he had head over the neck also. So Dashanana, otherwise he is called. Dasha means 10, Anana means face, like Gajanana. So Dasagriiva, then Kumbhakarna, then Soorpanakha, a daughter, finally the youngest one, Vibhishana. So according to whatever Rishi told already, Vibhishana was the noble one. Then all of the three went for tapas in Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna, even now there is a place called Gokarna. There is a deity. It is said the Shivalinga was placed unintentionally it was about to taken to some place, but because of the intervention of devas and so on, the person who was intended to take to some place placed it down. It was already told where you place, then it will not move from there. You cannot take it to the intended place. So when he placed it, it got rooted there. He tried to pull, then the Shivalinga became like a ear of cow. So Gokarna, the name came in that way. In Karnataka state of India, where recently some election was held, in the coastal area of South Karnataka, we can say, somewhere near Udupi. Udupi, some of you might have heard, somewhere near Udupi. From Udupi, we have to travel further in the coastal area. There is a Shiva also called Mrideshwara, very huge statue in the open near the sea. There was a hill, over the hill the Shiva statue is there. Nearby there is a temple also with huge tower. So in the coastal Karnataka, when you travel from Mangalore, then you come across places where it divides to Mukambika, then Udupi, then Mrideshwar, then Gokarna. So possibly in this place, these three, Raavana, Kumbhakarna and Vibhishana, did severe tapas. So every 1,000 years Raavana offered one of his head. So when the 10th time he was about to offer, Brahma was pleased. He came and he suggested him, you can ask anything other than immortality. Then Dasagriiva wanted immunity from death at the hands of eagles, that is birds, serpents, Yakshas, Daityas, Danavas, Rakshasas, as also from gods. Vibhishana asked Brahmastra, and when the turn of Kumbhakarna came, all the devas were afraid and they were begging Brahma, please don't give, he is already wild. Then Brahma called Saraswati and asked her, you please reside in his tongue and twist his tongue according. Then he came to Kumbhakarna, please ask whatever you want. Kumbhakarna asked sleep. Then later he realized something happened with him. This devas played some mischiefs. So we asked sleep. Then Maricha, Brahasta, Virupaksha and Mahodara, that is Malyavan's sons and others. Maricha is the same Maricha who later became golden deer in Sita's episode. And Pragastha Virupaksha are sons of Malyavan, if you have noted down. So they are ministers of Sumali, Malyavan's younger brother. So when they heard these three people got boons from Brahma, they were so happy. Along with Sumali, they came and met. They were hugging each other and they shed their fear, came out of hiding. And they suggested Raavana, see, Malyavan, my brother and myself, that is Sumali, and Maali, my my brother who died in the battle, we were living in Lanka. But due to fear of Vishnu, we have to run away. So now you people have got boons, we have to get back. Raavana and Vaishravana, there is Kubera. Their father is same, Visrava. So already Raavana had the idea. So Visrava told, don't go to Lanka and take the city from your brother. But when again Maali and others came and told, neglecting father's advice, Raavana went and sent a messenger to Kubera. Kubera said to the messenger, see, he is my brother after all. So I am ready to accommodate my brother. He can live along with me in Lanka. There is no problem. Let him come. He told, but Raavana was not ready to live along with Kubera. Okay, that is Raavana. So Kubera, meanwhile, after sending the messenger with this message, He meanwhile went to father Visrava and asked his advice. See, Ravana came and he is asking Lanka back. Visrava told, see, I already told him, without listening me, he came to you. That means he is not going to listen to anybody because of the boons, power he got from Brahma. So you, now this is his time, his good time is going on. So you don't get into rivalry with him. You better leave Lanka, come here to Kailash, live here peacefully. So Kubera obeyed his father. He left Lanka and came near Kailasha, and there is Himalayas. He came and he started living there. As soon as they came to know Kubera left, so without bloodshed, they entered Lanka and occupied Lanka. And Ravana was made the ruler, the king of Lanka, king of Rakshasas. Then the marriage of them, the Soorpanakha was given in marriage to Vidyujiva, a chief of Danavas and son of Kalika. This you keep in your mind aside, we may need it later. So Soorpanakha was given in marriage to Vidyujiva, a Danava. Then while wandering, Ravana met Maya, son of Titi. You may be remembering, if you are attending my classes regularly, this Daksha Prajapati was there. He had some daughters, among them Aditi, for her born Adityas, that is Devas, Diti, for her born Daityas, then there is one Danu, for her born Danavas, and so on. They are all relatives, siblings. So the Maya, son of Diti, he is known for his architectural capacities also, and you might have heard that there is one Mayan Nagarigam culture in Southern America, I suppose. In America, that much is sure. Possibly in the Southern America, there is a Mayan culture, and recently it is coming up. And previously they thought there was no culture at all in the America. After finding out Mayan, then they realized there were cultured people living in the Yor, and there is some resemblance between Hindu culture and Mayan culture. There is a calendar system Mayan also discovered. There is a deity like Siva, Kartikeya, there is Murugan, and so on also were found out. So the research is going on. We don't know how much they hide, how much they reveal. So possibly this is that Maya, the descendants of this Maya are called Mayan. So this Maya was met by Ravana. Maya was with his daughter Mandodari. So Ravana asked him, who are you? Why are you alone? Then Maya narrated his story that I had a wife called Hema and I had two sons too called Mayavi and Dundubi. Do you remember anything now? There were two Rakshasas fought with Vali and died. They are the same Mayavi and Dundubi. So Ravana asked his daughter, that is Maya's daughter, in marriage. Maya was happy to give his daughter to Ravana because Ravana was mightier in his time. So he was happy to give him. And Maya gave a javelin also to Ravana, possibly as a dowry. Just I am kidding. He gave a javelin also to Ravana. And in the Uttara Kanda, Lakshmana was hit by the same javelin, okay, which was given by Maya. I didn't give the details there, but it was there in Valmiki. Then Ravana, as an elder brother, he has some duty towards his younger brothers. So he got Virochana's son, Virochana, who is son of Bali, his Virochana's daughter Vajrajwala for Kumbhakarna. So Kumbhakarna married to Vajrajwala, daughter of Virochana, son of Bali. Then Vibhishana obtained Sarabha, daughter of Gandharva king Sailusha, born in the bank of Manasa lake. Manasa is near Kailash. Then for Mandodari and Ravana, Meghanada was born. He was named Meghanada. Nada means sound. Megha means cloud. When he took birth, he cried, Asto, there is thundering. His sound of crying was like that, so Ravana named him Meghanada. And Nada is there a word, there is a Natha, two words are there in Sanskritam. Natha means Lord, leader. Nada means sound. So as Kumbhakarna is a sleepy guy, they say sleeping song or something in English. Sleeping Kumbhakarna, Ravana built a huge mansion of 10 mile wide and so on, so that he can comfortably sleep. Whenever he needs, he can wake him up and use. So now Uttara Kanda starts the crimes of Ravana, the transgressions of Ravana. Generally it happens, so I am not going in detail in those areas. Whenever somebody became mightier, they always try to interfere with rishis, devas, human beings, yakshas, gandharvas and so on. So as usual, Ravana also did all of them. Okay. he destroyed gods, rishis, yakshas, gandharvas, whoever there, including human beings. For everybody he became a nuisance. Whoever comes his way, he torments them. So when Kubera, his brother, who is a good Shiva devotee, Valmiki mentions that, so I am also telling that Kubera is a good Shiva devotee, but Ravana is not. I was accepting the statement Ravana also is a Shiva devotee, but not anymore. Valmiki Ramayana, Uttara Kanda makes it clear he is not a Shiva devotee also. We will see later. So, but Kubera was a Shiva devotee. He was doing tapas. So he was unaware of what was going on. Later his Shiva puja, he came to know that Ravana was doing all these misdeeds. So as a brother, due to affection towards his brother Ravana, he sent a messenger to give him some good advice to Ravana, to Lanka. When the messenger came and told the advice of Kubera, Murkhanu Mudalayum Kondadu Vida, they say. There is one story in Panchatantra also. There is one bird, Tamil we say Tukanangurivi, which builds its nest in trees, which will hanging in the tree. So it lives happily even in rainy season without getting wet. And the nest will be like this, in an oval shape. The door will be in this side, so that the water won't enter. So there is a nice, though it didn't land in Karnanidhi Engineering College, which is situated in Coimbatore, Pallapalayam. Though the bird didn't land there, didn't get any certificate there, but it constructed a nice nest. So one day some monkey came to that tree. It was getting wet due to rain. So the bird advised the monkey, "Oh brother, why don't you also build a nest for you, so that you can live like me without getting wet, without troubled by rains?" Then the monkey caught wild. "Who are you to advise me?" Then it caught hold of the nest and split it into pieces. The bird also lost its nest. The same way, because he is a Murkha, Ravana, he killed the messenger. Already I have told, when Anjaneya came to Ravana, he was about to kill him also, but Vibhishana stopped him. So now we came to know this is his habit. He is a habitual offender. Already he killed the messenger sent by Kubera, his own brother, for his own welfare. So who are you telling me advice? If only I got Kubera, I will kill him also. First let me kill you, then I will go to Kubera and kill him also. So first he killed the messenger, then he started for Kubera to fight with him. So he came to Kailash, that is Himalayas, and they fought with Räkṣasas. The Räkṣasas were defeated. Here we have to remember one important point. Winning and failing need not be always considered the same, because people can win with foul means also. For example, in Karnataka election, they announced a lot of freebies. In Tamil Nadu, they announced a lot of freebies. But they, after coming to power, they won't fulfill those false promises. So people can win giving false promises, giving freebies, and putting the economy into a fix. The same way, generally, we have to understand this very clearly. Generally, the asuras also always win by hook or crook. So there is a straight warfare by Räkṣasas and deceitful warfare by Rakshasas, that is Raavana and co. So people who are following dharma in yuddha, dharma yuddha people will be defeated by adharma yuddha people. So Yakshas were defeated, and you see all over in Ravana's wars, up to Rama killing them, they always used tricks, mayas and so on. So the Yakshas were defeated. The general of them, Manibhadra, also was defeated, and finally Kubera came. He was also defeated, and Ravana took hold of the Pushpaka Vimana also. And after getting the Pushpaka, he then rode on Pushpaka. On the way, because it is Himalayas, he got into the way of Kailash. It is told in Valmiki, the Sharavana, that is where Skanda, Lord Kartikeya, Muruga was born. He reached somewhere near that area, so his Pushpaka was stopped there. Then one of his minister told, possibly the Pushpaka works only with the owner, who is Kubera. Because we took it from him, it may not be working. And by that time, Nandi appeared there. Nandi is a attendant of Lord Siva. So this is the context where you understand Ravana is not a Shiva Bhakta, Ravana is not a Shiva devotee, he don't have any reverence for Shiva and so on. This is the story which conveys that. So Nandi appeared in front of Ravana. He told, see, this is Shiva's place, so nobody can enter. It is a restricted place. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Actually, they did not prosecute, they cannot enter there. So you have reached there, so you please go back. It is not a place you to enter. Then Ravana asked, who is Shiva? Did she know my might? And so on. He was prattling like that. And
we couldn't hear you just now. We couldn't hear you. Please, can you repeat?
Yeah. Can you hear now?
Yes, now okay.
So Ravana reached Sharavana, where the entry was restricted. So the Pushpaka got stuck there. So then Nandi, Ravana's minister was telling, possibly because we took it from Kubera, it will obey only Kubera. At that time Nandi appeared there and he informed that this is Shiva's place. So people cannot enter on their own. It is a restricted entry place, so you please go back. Then Ravana asked, who is Shiva? Did he know my might? I am Ravana. I got wounds from Brahma and I am defeating everybody. Can he stand with me? And so on. He was prattling things. Then the appearance of Nandi also made him laugh at Nandishwara. So Nandi cursed Ravana. Because you ridiculed me. Oh monkey, who are you? Standing on my way. Go away. Like that Ravana was telling. So Nandi gave curse that your Rakshasa clan will be destroyed by monkeys. And they will destroy your pride too. Though I myself can kill you, I need not. Because your misdeeds already killed you. So I need not kill you. Telling that, Nandi allowed Ravana to go back alive. Okay? It is not that Nandi cannot kill. He knew that Brahma gave wounds, so we have to obey, and so on. And something is written in his head, that has to happen. So Lords Bhagavan allow people, the wicked people, adharmic people, generally allowed to live. We also in our life face such people. We wonder how they are flourishing in their life, how they are living happily and so on. The reason is what is written in their head. When their time comes, then things will happen. Till then they can enjoy their life. So Nandi also allowed Ravana. And Ravana got wild because his Pushpaka was stuck. He decided to lift the mountain where Shiva was residing. So the mount was shaking. Parvati was trembling, other Bhutakanas were trembling. Then Lord Shankara, Shiva, sportively pressed with his great toe of the leg. That's all. Ravana, with all his hands, went down under the mountain, Kailash. The arms of Ravana got crushed and he made a loud cry. The whole three wells got frightened by that cry. Then ministers of Ravana advised him, you please propitiate Shankara. Shankara is more powerful. He can destroy anybody. You don't know. Because of your pride, you did this wrong. You please propitiate him. You sing in praise of him. And so on. They gave every advice to him. Then, as there is no other go, Ravana did that. So this story makes it clear Ravana was neither Shiva devotee, he neither respected Shiva, and so on. Okay. Possibly after this he might have had some concern for Shiva. He might have not rubbed with Shiva. Puja Swami used to say, if you rub with a hard surface, you got rubbed. So when he rubbed with Shiva, he got rubbed. So thereafter he didn't rub with Shiva. Possibly that's what happened. So he is not a Shiva devotee. So we should stop saying that further and we should correct the people who are saying that also. Kubera is Shiva devotee, Rama is Shiva devotee. So then Shiva was happy. He appeared before Ravana when he was singing in praise of samagana and so on, because you made a loud cry which is terrifying. Rud, to cry. So you will be called hereafter Raavana. So the Raavana name was given by Shiva. When he was crushed under the Kailash by Shiva, he made a cry. Due to the cry, the Karana name, a name with reason, was given by Shankara. Then Ravana asked, you please give me something else too. Then he gave a sword, Chandrahasa sword. This is what written in Kumbhakarna. வாரணம் பொருதமார்வும் வரையினை எடுத்ததோடும் தாரத முனிவர் கேற்ப நயம்பட உரைத்தனாவும் தாரணி மௌலி பத்தும் சங்கரன் கொடுத்த வாளும். So in this context only Shiva gave him the sword, and he gave him, generally in the advertisement there will be a small star, terms and conditions apply. So Shiva put terms and conditions too. If you disregard, then this sword will come back to me. So with that condition, he gave the sword to Shankara. Then he knew the might of Shiva, so he returned. While returning, okay, if there is any question, I will take now. If there is no question, then I will continue the story. Because this is...
Swamiji has a question.
Yes.
I have a question. Since Kubera and Ravana are brothers, are they both Rakshasas?
Pardon?
Is Kubera Rakshasa also Rakshasas?
What is Deva?
There is some technicality involved. Brahma is Brahmana. Brahma's son is Pulastya. His son is Visrava. And Bharadwaja is also a Brahmana. Devavarini is so a Brahmin. Their son is Kubera Vaishravana. So he is not Rakshasa. And he is a Deva also. Among the Dikpalas, 4 Dikpalas, he is one among them. He is not a Rakshasa. Generally, the Rakshasa is based on one's nature, not because of his birth. Based on one's nature, we have to take in that way. Then only we can account for Prahlada and so on. One thing is this. Another thing is Ravana became Rakshasa because of the wrong timing of his birth. And there are many stories to that effect. If the timing is wrong, then the child may become a rogue. So in our Shastras, Manusmriti and so on, many conditions were given for marriage and so on. So if we can follow them religiously, then our children will be noble people. So there are so many tips given in our Shastras, Manusmriti onwards. So that is another thing. Then in case of Daityas also, Aditi, Diti, though they are sisters, Diti and Danava, I have a remembrance that the Diti also went in a wrong time, that possibly in Pradosha time. That was Diti who went in Pradosha time to Kashyapa. She was jealous of Aditi's sons, the Aditya's, Indras and so on. She was jealous of that. With the jealous, she went to Kashyapa. So that because the time was wrong, she begot Daityas, that is rogue people.
In spite of Kashyapa telling her,
Yeah, Kashyapa Rishi, Brahmana Rishi, in spite of that. So in their case, that happened.
he advised her.
Pardon?
Kashyapa advised her not to, but then she refused to listen.
Yeah. And if I remember in Kanta Puranam also, Surabhatma and so on, the Maya went to the Rishi in the wrong time. In Kanta Purana also the same comes. So though their fathers were noble, the mothers may not be noble. I mean noble in the sense they went with a wicked idea. The Titi's intention was not good. And Maya, that is in Kattapuranam, she want to get children who will fight, kill Devas. That was their intention. So with that intention they go. So according to the mother's mindset, the children also born with such mindsets. They are very inimical to Devas, the inimical to good things, noble things and so on. Generally, the father's lineage is considered. In Manusmriti, there is rules and regulations for that also. If the father is Brahmin, mother is Kshatriya. If father is Brahmin, mother is Vaishya. Father is Brahmin, mother is Shudra, and so on. If it is otherwise also, mother is Brahmin, father is Kshatriya, mother is Brahmin, father is Vaishya. In that way, both the ways, it is called Anuloma Viloma in Manusmriti. Chapter 10 of Manusmriti deals with such intercaste marriage. We say nowadays, it's not actually intercaste marriage. Varna Sankaram will be the better word which we which was used in Bhagavad Gita and so on. The Varna Sankara is dealt with in Manusmriti in such areas. So, when you hear Suta, then you can safely understand this is Varna Sankara. Then if you hear Nishada, Vedan, Thunder, you can safely guess Varna Sankara. So if you know the Manusmriti 10th chapter, you understand well, then from hearing you can understand this person born out of Varna Sankara. You can understand that. I am not getting into the detail so that I can confuse you better. But generally in the texts, they are defined whether they are Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Rakshasas and so on, Vaishyas and so on. So we go with that. Possibly who define that, they know the Shastra, how to define a Varna Sankara person. So generally we don't get into research and we go by that.
So I think the best then is taking the Guna Swami.
Yeah.
Guna is the best. That's one.
For example, Vibhishana was a noble person. Prahlada was a noble person. So we can't take Rakshasas or Asuras and so on. They are noble people. Even among the Devas, there were some ignoble peoples. And generally the thing is, Rakshasas are habitual offenders. They always do crimes. Rarely they may be doing good things. And very few of them may be noble people, like Vibhishana, Prahlada. In Devas, they rarely commit crimes. Generally they don't commit crimes, but there are times when they also commit crimes. And if they commit crime, when they were advised, they will try to do prayaschitta, rectify also. So that is the good thing about devas. When they were pointed out, they will try to correct them. But generally the Rakshasas won't do. So generally Rakshasas considered inferior by us. But not all, not always, and so on. After all of them are Kashyap's descendants and Prajapati's daughters' lineage. So, siblings. So, we cannot put a black and white line. These are bad people, these are good people. We cannot put that line.
And so, I think also the pregnant woman, the mother, but that's also very important, I think.
Yeah. So generally there are practice when I told you in the Shodasa Samskara time, she was treated with respect and they read good books and so on. She listened to good things, lovely things, affectionate things and spiritual things and so on. So that child in the womb listen to good things, noble things, and cultivates that habits. And Prahalada is one example, Abhimanyu is another example, who learned good things from mother's womb. And I hope I have answered the question. Is it clear?
Yes, Swamiji, very clear.
Thank you. And I told you, I think, there is one Andhakasura born to Parvati and Shiva. Parvati closed the eyes of Shiva, so the Andhakasura born, but he was a Asura in nature. Finally, Shiva himself has to kill him. Some Asuras took him away, and if I remember well, Shiva deserted him, or he asked them to kill. People didn't kill him and left him, deserted him, and Shukracharya or some other Asuras took, and he reached Shukracharya, and Shukracharya trained him, and he became an Asura. Finally, Shiva has to settle the thing right.
But he is a very strong Asura, you know.
Yeah, because born to Shiva and Parvati.
Yeah.
So no others could, though he is blind, no others could defeat him. He has the intuitive mind. What do we say? Jnanakan. Wisdom he has. So nobody could do anything. So finally Shiva has to intervene. So Bhagavad Gita is very good in that. Chaturvarnyam maya shrishtam guna karma vibhagasha. The Chaturvarnya or any other division we make should be based on Varna. பிறப்புக்கும் எல்லா உயிர்க்கும் சிறப்பொவ்வா செய்தொழில் வேற்றுமையான் திருக்குறள். So better we go by the character. We should not consider how was his mother, how was his father, how was his brother, sister. We should not take anybody's case. We should not take such things in account. We can to get some preliminary idea, but not to conclude. So we have to individually judge every person from his deeds, characters. That's a better way we deal with other people. They say in Tamil, சேற்றிலே முளைத்த செந்தாமரை போல். In a mud water, a lotus may come. குப்பையில் கிடைத்த குஞ்சுமணி. In a dustbin there may be a diamond. And so these are all good noble people coming in from a bad background, and there are ignoble people coming from noble background also. There are Padamolis to that effect also. I am not getting those things, but there are. So
Only we use for this people, no? From good, no, commonly the good ones coming from the back, this thing we see.
Yeah.
The pain.
Due to acquaintance, one may go bad. There are something to that effect. கழுதையோடு சேர்ந்த கண்ணும் பூவோடு சேர்ந்த நாரும் மணக்கும். So these are all acquaintance makes a person, changes him to good or bad. So these are, because I am not using nowadays not taking much classes in Tamil after Corona, so it was not coming in much.
Actually, we changed from the Tamil class to talk in Tamil next time. Then use a Tamil.
When the Nayanmar stories comes, we have to tell in Tamil only. Any other questions?
No, sir. Anyone here? Anyone? Yes.
We'll conclude with prayer. அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று பெற்றான், அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றை தாவி, அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றாறாக ஆரியற்காக ஏகி, அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று பெற்ற அணங்கை கண்ட அயலாரூரில் அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றை வைத்தான், அவன் நம்மை அழித்து காப்பான். ஹரி ஓம் தத்சத். சர்வம் பிரம்மார்ப்பணமஸ்து. ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணார்ப்பணமஸ்து.